welcome to Retired in Spain, Vlogmas, day 5. I'm surprised I've kept going this long. Anyway, it's a rotten old day here. It's 10 degrees, it says on the car. It's pouring with rain. So we've chosen to go down to Malaga today to have a look in one of the biggest shops. It's a bit like John Lewis, and it's called El Corte Inglés. It's a department store, and we can look at all their Christmas stuff, which is always very nice. So I should be there in about 51 minutes according to the sat nav. So I'll see you when we get there. All right. So we've arrived. It's 11:30, so I'm going to go in now. But there you go, El Corte Inglés. Can you see it? Let's go in. I'm only filming these because I love Happy Socks, and when I came over from the UK like 8 years ago, I bought a load with me in case I couldn't ever buy them in Spain, and here they are. Who knew? He looks happy considering the amount of work he's got to do. I've muted it here because there's obviously Christmas music in the background, and I don't want the Eagles complaining that I've interfered with their copyright. So these animated Christmas displays, really nice but really expensive. That was €220, but nice thing to have. But I guess people buy like maybe one a year or something and add to their collection because there are loads of them. All doing different things, all representing different countries. As you'll see a bit later on, there's the Eiffel Tower. I think there's one that's supposed to look like Big Ben, but I'm not convinced personally. Yeah, it's a nice little thing, but obviously it's a lot of money, and it's a lot of money for like 1 week of the year. I'm not a Grinch, honestly, but I just think it's a lot of dough. Once again, I've had to mute it because I've got Mariah Carey now, Mrs. Christmas. So I just thought I'd voice over this bit. Lovely. Here's the one that I think lovely stuff. That's supposed to be the Big Ben. Looks like Big Ben, or supposed to. And there it is. You obviously know what that one is. The Eiffel Tower. Fabulous. And then we'll just pan back to Big Ben because I'm fascinated. Because I wonder where the Houses of Parliament have gone. And then over to a kind of nativity, well, not really a nativity, just a winter scene. Snow being a rarity down here in the south of Spain, but up north, or in Granada actually, which isn't that far away from us, not a million miles, you do get snow on the mountains. But I love this one, not the skiers. I love this little ski slope. Oh, fantastic. Love the way the figures come out the top. Here's Father Christmas flying round with his reindeer. And I think those skaters are supposed to be moving, but they're not at the minute. It's a great Christmas display in here. They've got so much stuff. I love all these animated things. I love this one as well. Fab. So from yesterday doing the nativity and all the very serious religious stuff, now to this Father Christmas family scene type thing. It's great. I'll take you around a bit more in a minute. If you're French and you miss home, you can have this Eiffel Tower for 180 euros. Woo. I guess you'll have some big nuts to use these nutcrackers. They're everywhere, loads of them, big, small, all sorts, all different styles, designs, different colours, different uniforms. Hey ho. One thing you do notice is a lot of stuff is done in English. So Santa direct to the North Pole, that kind of thing. Ho ho ho, Merry Christmas. Not much actually in Spanish, which would be Feliz Navidad. It's in English, Merry Christmas, etc. They're looking at me a bit weird, as if I'm a shoplifter. I'm not buying anything, I'm just going around doing little films of stuff. But just going past the nutcrackers, keep my hands in my pockets. Ooh. Here we go, following on from yesterday. These are all your nativity things that people buy a lot of. Sorry about the shadow, that's me. That's only 150 euros to put on your mantelpiece. And then what people do is they build up a scene at home. So here's like a completed scene. A bit like men building model railways, really. Adding to it, adding figures to it. Sorry, that shadows me again. Now I don't know if that's 130 euros for that little collection on the shelf or just for a figure. I'd imagine it's for the collection. So it looks like you get a few kings, the baby Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Oh, and here's all your little extras. Your grass and your sand and all that kind of thing. There's a hamper and a half, got a ham in there, some wine, some traditional bits and pieces. That's only 325 euros, that one. Then the one in the basket down here, 99. So once you've gifted it and they've taken out the bits that they like, they're left with a nice basket. Lovely. Then here's another one. More wine, more biscuits. That's only 129. Now, I quite like this one, because it gives you a picnic hamper for when you're done with the cheese board and all that in it. And you get a bit of sherry and, a couple of bottles of Rioja, some nuts, and that's only 119. But you do get a picnic hamper when you're done. Lovely. And then another big box down here, again with a ham in it, a few bottles of wine, some chocolates, 245 euros. That's great. All your Christmas table settings. No, here's one. This is a cracker, this. This is a chest with an elephant on it. What an elephant has got to do with Christmas, I have no idea. But anyway, this one's 599 euros. What do you get? You get a ham at the back here. You get the ham cutting kit, is here. You get a few bottles of something. They must be expensive because they're all security tagged. Some nice chocolates. Marzipan, can't stand marzipan, and a selection of additional bits and bobs. So yeah, for 599 euros you can have a lovely ham, drink some wine, get sloshed, and then afterwards you've got a nice elephant box to put stuff in. I'm not sure what stuff. And then there's a basket down here. That one's only 259. This is a nice little selection here. Ribera. This is also like a Rioja, but it's lots of friends prefer this. I'm not a big drinker myself, but here's your Rioja. Here's your Cava. A couple of bottles of Ribera. Another Rioja. And another Cava. So in that box, that's 119 euros for 6 bottles of wine. So about 120. This is all very nice. It's your Christmas table setting. The only problem is, especially with modern day living, where do you put it for the other 11 months of the year? You know, you've got to find a home for it, haven't you? So it's great to have it, and it makes a lovely table if you've got a family or a lot of friends to invite round. But where the hell do you put it afterwards and store it? Up in the loft, I guess. I've only brought you around the toy section because there's a lady at the end. If you buy stuff, they wrap it for you as a gift for free. So you can come in, buy your toys, get them all wrapped while you go and have a cup of coffee. Lovely, eh? This is the beginning of the toy section, and as I walk around here, I suddenly heard this farting noise. I'll show you in a minute what it was. If you listen very carefully, now-ish. They're farting figures, and they're activated by movement. So as I walked around the end, the bloody thing started farting. Then they all started farting, and I was looking around to make sure nobody thought it was me. Brilliant. Now this apparently is Santa's production line, where all the toys are made and everything else. Now it looks pretty automated now, but you wait a few years when AI takes over and children don't want normal board games anymore. It has to be very sophisticated. We'll have a world war over rare earth minerals, and then AI will put everything together. So make the most of this. This is the last of the Santa production line. It's quite long actually. I'm recording this with my glasses, you know, my Joe 90 glasses. So I'm just having a quick walk along, looking, staring, looking odd while I do this. I showed you some hams the other day. Well, here's some real dear ones. 650, 399, 450. You know, like ham in a bag. Nothing like soap on a rope. And then these are all the wines. Again, mainly Spanish. And drunk at Christmas. Who remembers this from back in the 70s? Bit of Black Forest Gatto, Mathieu's Rosé and a prawn cocktail, eh? Whoa, posh. This was our lunch upstairs. That was a poke bowl that Sarah had, and this is my Corte sandwich. Then on the way home we got stuck for a bit because of this accident. A couple of lorries. I don't know what they'd done to each other. However, one found himself in the central reservation there, jackknifed, and the other one a little further ahead had lost its back wheels for some reason. So that held us up for about 5 or 10 minutes while we were stuck in traffic, but generally the motorways here are very clear and very good. You know, I'll be home soon. Home now. It's still a lousy day outside. Bit of fog, bit of mist, bit of rain, and the temperature's not much better. So fingers crossed for tomorrow. Day 6, I think that'll be. See you then. Bye for now.